Yo guys, what is going on? It's Lukey here and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be talking about the new and improved MAC-10 class setup. As you guys are most probably aware, there's been so many changes recently and a lot of people are confused on what to use. I myself was confused on what to use. I've done a bunch of research on all of the newer best attachments, etc, etc. And this is one of the class setups that I have came up with. Now, this class setup is incredible with mobility, and it doesn't have hardly any recoil either. Good range, good damage, and overall, one of the best MAC-10 classes I've used in a very long time. So here's all the attachments on the class, as you guys can see. Of course, as standard, just like pretty much every other class, we have the agency suppressor. Takes you off the minimap. Increases the vertical recoil control, which is the most important one. We have the bullet velocity increase and also the effective damage range increase. Next up, we have the reinforced heavy barrel. This increases the effective damage range and also the bullet velocity. It does decrease your mobility by a tiny bit, but we are going to get that back with the next attachment, which is the no stock. The no stock increases the sprint to fire time by quite a big amount, which is very useful on a weapon such as the MAC-10 because you're going to be using this in close combat weapon like gunfights. So having that increased sprint to fire time is going to be key to allow you to win a lot more gunfights. You're going to be able to aim in at sight a lot faster than your typical player, so this is definitely going to be a lot more useful. If you guys want to, you can use the Raider stock. A lot of people are using the Raider stock at the moment, but for me, I just like to use the no stock instead. Next up, we have the striker grip, which increases the movement speed and also the hip fire accuracy. And the good thing about this, it literally has no cons. This doesn't do a single thing bad for your weapon. It only does good things, which is very good. A lot of people use the field agent grip, but as you can see, the only thing this does is increase the vertical recoil control and it decreases the mobility. But with this one, you're just going to have a great increase in mobility. So this is definitely one of the best underbarrels you can be using. Lastly, we have the 53 round drum, which increases the ammo capacity, obviously, and it also increases that's it, just the ammo capacity. But one thing a lot of people are using is this right here, which decreases your ADS time by an absolute ton. So a lot of people are using the drum now instead because the drum is just a little bit more quicker and it is better statistic wise than the fast mag. I think the fast mag does actually have a faster reload time now. It has been fixed, but the drum is still my go-to. Alright, so now I would usually leave you guys with a little bit of a live comm, but in this game I completely forgot to turn my mic on, so there's no live comm, but I'm just going to go ahead and talk over it and talk a little bit more about this class and why it is one of the best class setups. So especially on Rebirth, this class setup for me personally is one of my favorite class setups for Rebirth. As you guys know, Rebirth is a lot smaller. It is a lot more fast paced. Everyone is always respawning, so you're going to need one of those weapons which is going to be fast and you can rely on for quite a lot of gunfights. So the MAC-10 is perfect for this. It's one of the best close range weapons in the game. It has one of the fastest time to kills at close range as well, and you get plenty of bullets. 53 bullets in a magazine is great. It is really good, and it's an SMG. So overall, this class setup is just incredibly good when it comes to mobility. The no stock attachment is really one of those attachments that a lot of people aren't using, but they really should be. The no stock attachment is very good and very underrated. I myself used to always use the Raider stock, but ever since I started using the no stock, I've just seemed to do a little bit better than I normally would. Now the reason for this is because of the sprint to fire time increase. The sprint to fire time is an incredibly useful statistic and you're going to want to have a very high sprint to fire time. The reason for this, basically, if you guys don't know what this means, so as you can see, whilst you are sprinting, it's basically how long your weapon takes to ready up after you're done sprinting. So this is going to be incredibly good, like I said, especially for Rebirth, because you're going to be able to get into a lot of unexpected gunfights in Rebirth, and with this no stock, you're going to have that increased sprint to fire time, so you're going to be able to ready up your weapon a lot faster than you normally would. This will throw off a lot of your enemies, and it will allow you to get the first gunshot on your enemy as well, which is one of the reasons this is one of the best classes in the game. Now, the underbarrel, which is an underbarrel once again, not many people are using at the moment, it's the striker grip. Now, with the striker grip, it doesn't increase your accuracy in any way whatsoever, but I don't really think it needs to have that much of an increased accuracy. So a lot of people at the moment are using the field agent grip because it increases the vertical recoil control, but with the MAC-10 you're only going to be able to get into those like close range gunfights, and you don't really need that increased recoil control with the field agent grip, and that's where a lot of people are going wrong. So instead, I would recommend you guys using the striker grip, and the reason for this, it increases your movement speed and it also increases your hip fire spread as well, so it makes it more accurate whenever you hip fire, which is a very helpful attribute to have on your weapon, because like I said, I've probably said this a million times now, on Rebirth especially, I know a lot of you guys love Rebirth at the moment. I personally am just playing Rebirth at the moment because normal Verdansk is pretty boring, so I myself, I'm pretty heavy with the Rebirth at the moment. That's all I'm basically playing, so a lot of my classes are built around just Rebirth. It will still be good, very good on Verdansk, but maybe on Verdansk, if it was me, I would probably use the Raider stock instead, because you don't really need as much sprint to fire time. So as you guys can see, this for example, that guy right there, he was waiting for me, he was ready for me, and he knew I was there. He was waiting for me to come through that door. But because of this class setup, because of the hip fire spread that the striker grip gives you, because of the extra sprint fire time it gives you, I was able to get a couple of hip fire shots on him, and then I was able to aim up my weapon really fast and just finish him off. So it's a very good class. That's pretty much it for the rest of the video. Just give it a go, follow for more, subscribe for more, whatever. I'm going to leave you guys with the rest of this gameplay. I do die pretty soon, but I use this for a couple of games, and yeah, if you want to see gameplay like this live, go ahead and check out the Twitch, join the Discord down below, whatever. I'll see you guys in the next one. Just make sure to use it. Peace out.
That's a kill. Enemy UAV overhead. Fuckers have me targeted. Fire cell shot.